All right. So hello, everybody. We're gonna go over gold today, and I've been noticing for a couple months it's been going down to about 2,880 and going back up to 2,930 over and over and over again. And I've been doing really good making money on that. And right now it's at 920. I wouldn't take gold going back down, knowing that it's been doing this over and over. I would just take it going back up because I believe it's gonna break out and keep on going up eventually. So this is kind of like the pattern I've been seeing, where it goes down here to this 2 8. This is 2,860 area, but it broke into this new area, and this is an all new high. But as you can see, it was down about 2,630, and it started going up, and this is 2,660, 2,7. And this is where we mapped it out kind of right here to keep on going up with it to buy. This is in January. So it went up to 7, went back to this new territory. And if you look, it keeps on going up to a new higher territory. So we don't want to take it going down right now. But I started catching this area right here where it was at like 2,900, and then it would go up to 230, and then it would go back down. It went down right here to 2,868, and then went right back up to 2,930, and then it went back down to 2,880, and then it's at 2,920. And so I got in down here, right here. The bot told us to get in, and it went up. The bot told us to get in right here at 218, and it went up to 230. The bot told us to get in right here at 2,900, and then it went up to the 30 again. So I really like this gold cycle that it's doing. And what I mean by that, if we go to the days, we can kind of see it keeps on tipping out right here at this top part, which is the 30, and it goes back down. It's on its way right now. It's at 2,920 right now. It's going to hit this 30. And like I said, I wouldn't take it coming back down from 230, but I would take it up. And as we can see, the bot's calling it, and our strategy is to call it going back up when it hits this orange line, which is the exponential moving average. And so if you look at it, it hit right here, and then it hit right here, it hit right here, and it just hit right here. And every time it hits the exponential moving average, it goes up. It hit right here, the exponential moving average. And this is, we're looking on the day candle frames, which means we can make a whole lot of money. Right here is where it hit, and it called for it to go up. Also, it hit right here, and the bot called it to go up also. But as you can see, it keeps on hitting this exponential moving average and going back up on the day every time so far, right? We see it right here. It hit the bottom, and this is when the bot called it going up. Ever since it hit this bottom of the Bollinger Band, the bot called what? The bounce strategy. See, this is a different one. All these other ones are MMA strategies, super trends. But this is where the bot called it. It started going down. It crossed over the moving average, hit the bottom of the Bollinger Band, and went straight up. Boom. So this is a lot of money if we could have got in at 2,593, because now it's 2,920. So these are the things that we're looking at. But with gold, we want to know which direction is it going to get a long, like I got a long win, and I just got out of it this morning, and I got it from I think it was last Wednesday or Thursday that I got in. And it was at, let me show you. So it's down here somewhere is when I got it at 2,880, and it went way up here, and I just got out at 2,920, which is, if you got one, if you had one lot, remember one lot equals $100 for every dollar it goes up. So if it was $100, 39 times $100, that means that I won what? $3,953. If we had 10 lots on it, could have been making $4,000 on it, right? So it depends on how big the account is. So this is what I was trying to explain to you guys. It keeps on doing this. It's hitting up here at 2,930, coming back down, going back up. And it's just constantly doing this. But I know what's going to happen is it's going to break out of this. Then it's going to just keep on steady going up, 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 and up. It's still, to me, a good trade to get in right here at 2,920. But I would rather let it go back up to 2,930 and then come back down and then get like $30, $40 like I did from here to here. So I don't have to wait for it to hit 230 or 2,930 because it might come down right here, right? It might start coming down. It might not go all the way up to the 2,930. But all right, why will we take gold going up still right now? Okay. Um, Everybody has TradingView, and I want you guys to know how to really look at trades more, just not looking at the candles, right? There's other things that really could help you. Like right here, if you hit this 4 boxes down here, after you pick a trade, your trade comes down here and it starts telling us the numbers. It tells us today that it went up $20. We know all that information. We know how to read that, right? The performance of it in 1 week, it went up 1%. In the last month, it went up almost 7%. Right? In the last 3 months, it went up 11%. Those are all good things. But the best thing that I like to do is hit right here, and it's called metrics. Metrics. There's seasonal metrics, right? That's going to tell you the past and everything like that. But the technical, these are the technical indicators. And so I want to see all the indicators that people use, not just the 6 that I use, right? I want to look at every indicator made, right? Basically, right? On the oscillators, the 11 best oscillators, 9 of them say it's neutral right now for today. 9 of them say it's neutral. So that means that the oscillators are saying this is where it needs to be, and it's really not going to go higher or lower today. That's what this is saying. One is telling us to buy, one is telling us to sell. But if we look at the summary of all the indicators put together, the best of the best, right? There's 26 of the best, and they show you down here which ones they're talking about. The RSI, Satajik, right? Commodity channel, the average directional index, awesome oscillator, momentum indicator, MACD level, right? The Satajik RSI. These are the ones that we're using already, some of them, right? The moving averages, this exponential moving average that I just talked about, right? That's part of our strategy. The simple moving average is part of our strategy. Exponential moving average again on the 20 though. This is on the 10. We use the 10, but it's also looking at the 20. Is looking at the 20 for the simple moving average. See, on the moving averages, do you see that they're just weighting the same one we use, right? We use these two, but they're using the same one, but they're using it at different time frames. So it's the same everything, but they're just looking at it more deeply than we're looking, right? Then when you got your pivot points, where does it go up to and come back down? Your Fibonacci points, right? That the highest that this should go is 2,945, and then it should be coming back down. You know, we're looking at these things too, but that's if you want to look at the Fibonacci. But this is for the whole year. This is telling you the whole year. That's why you get down to 2,540 is the lowest it should go, right? Right now, we're seeing that it's in this area between these 3 top ones. So we're in what? Resistance area. This is where it tops out at and comes back down. So it's in between the R2, resistance level 2, and the resistance level 3. Resistance level 3, if you get in at the pivot point, if we got in at 2,743 and it went all the way to resistance level 3 where it's about to go right now, right? It's almost at 2,945 because it's at 2,920. This is the highest it should go. So should we take trades going up in this area? No, because this is the highest it should go. It's going to break an all new high to kind of climb out of this place right here. So that's why we have to look at stuff like this, because we want to know, like, what resistance is it in resistance right now, or is it in the support zones? So if it was in these support zones right here, then we would be wanting to buy right now immediately, right? So we're looking to buy because it keeps on going up. We know it's been going up for months and months and months. We're looking for it to buy at the next level down, because what it does is it bounces off the level behind it. So that's why every time it gets to 870 or 80, when it gets to that area, it bounces back up, because it's using this now. Even though it's the resistance number 2, it's using it as a support for us to get back to resistance number 3. All right. But the most important part is to look at an overview of should we buy or sell, right? The moving averages are telling us what? All the moving averages except for one. One of the moving averages is telling us that it's not going up or down. But all the moving averages, 14 of them, are all telling us to buy. So that gives us a strong buy here. And in the summary, when you put the moving averages and the oscillators together, we have a strong buy for the day. That means if we just woke up today, right, and bought, probably about 80% of the time, looking at this right here, we should win. Now let's look for the week. What is it saying? Now, when we look at the week, then it comes down from strong buy to buy. Why do we think that? Because it's almost at that resistance level, to where once it hits that, this whole thing is going to start telling us that it's going to sell, right? But for the month, we have a buy for the oscillators, a buy for here, a buy for there. This is all telling us that if we want to get into a long trade, do it with gold. For the month, it's telling us strong buy. For the week, it's giving us a buy and a strong buy. For the day, it's giving us strong buys, right? Let's look at the next 4 hours. Strong buy. Next 2 hours, same thing. So everything is telling us to buy gold right now. Everything is. All the time frames, right? And now we see it's still up. Like I got out at 2920, but it's at 2922 now. Since we been on this call, it went up $2. So it's going to keep on going. I know that I think it's going to go up to 2930, but I got out because I was in, almost winning about 40% uh, in this trade. So I said, I'm good. I don't want to go back down and take my profits, right? Let's look at US 30. I mean, not US 30. Let's look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin on the 5 minutes is at a strong, but what we care about is the 1 day, right? On the 1 day, Bitcoin is saying it's going to sell. It's at $96,000, and it's saying Bitcoin is going to sell today. Look for the week, it's telling us to buy. Look for the month, it's telling us to buy it. The 4 hours saying to sell. So it looks like every different time frame is telling us different stuff. So that means, should we buy or sell Bitcoin? I would stay away for a long trade with this. I would look more into what the bots are telling us to do on that one. Let's look at Apple. All right, Apple's telling us for a month to buy, for the week to buy, for the day to buy. It's all strong buys, right? So now let's look at Apple on here, and let's see what's going on. So Apple's at an all-time high right here. Came down from last Tuesday. It was at 228. It's at 244. The last time it went up here, it went back down. But we know that it's been higher than this, way over here. So is this at a good place to buy? On the 4 hours, it's really not, because it's at the top of this level once again that we see. Let's see what it looks like on the Fibonacci. What area is it in? So it's in resistance level 1, basically, at 244, and this is 246. So it's trying to break through this level right here and get to the next level. It looks like a really good buy. Everything is pointing us to buy, but it's at the top of the Bollinger Band, the 4 hour. Let's see where it is on the 1 day. If it's at the top of the Bollinger Band, it's at the top of the Bollinger Band at 1 day. But as we look on the 30 minutes, it looks like it leveled out, and it looks like it's going to go back up. Leveled out here, went up. So we just got a EMA told us to buy on Friday, and it really hasn't went up. It's right here. So, or it actually is where it was on last Friday. So I like Apple to buy today. I really like Apple to buy. So I want to buy Apple and I want to buy gold today. Those are the best trades. So if you guys want to get in before the market opens, I'm liking Apple. And I'm liking gold. So I'm gonna go ahead and get in both of those. And Apple. Oh man, I got into GBP USD. That's why you always have to make sure you're ready. But it's winning, so I'm gonna get out of that trade.
Wait. What just happened? You said GBP USD?
It's funny, it just shot up. You can't get into Apple yet because the market hasn't opened, but be ready to get into Apple as soon as that market opens. I'm gonna get another gold buy right now. Just so I'm in for when the market opens up. So I want gold and Apple. I gotta wait for Apple for the market to open at 2:30 or 6:30. So I'll be ready to jump on that one.
Hey Lonnie,
And so this
hello?
is Apple. Let's look at
Oh,
gold, what it's looking like. And we just got a buy on the 15 minutes at 2917 to buy. And look what happened. The bot told us to buy and it went straight up. That's what I love about the bot. It takes all the fun with going to have to look over everything. It's already telling us what's good about it. So
hey Lonnie, can you hear me? No, you must have something muted. So,
all right. And I wanted to wait. We'll wait for this 6:30 for the gold. We're gonna see what happens. It might come down a little bit first because it's super at the top of the Bollinger Band at the 15, 30. Everything is kind of like at the top. It's not at the top of the 4 hour, so that's great. And it's not at the top for the day. But I would probably get out of this if it shoots up pretty fast. I'm thinking about getting out of this at 2930. And I'm happy I already got out earlier because I got all that $40 profit. So let's say it goes the wrong way for like $5, $6, I'll just get out because I already had it up $40 and I got the same amount. So I'm gonna make way more than I have possible that I could lose today. So that's a great thing. So I want you guys to start doing long-term trades, trades that you're going to stay in for a couple of days, maybe a week. I want you guys to start looking at this matrix so you guys could take those long trades. You know, this is a seasonal and you guys can learn how to do this. But all this is telling us are the different years. So this is 2024. This right here is 2020. And it's comparing the different years together. Like, where was the trade at in that year? Right. And as we can see, since 2021, it was kind of like flatlined. And but we see all the other years are basically going up, right? This one's going up. So that's pretty cool. You can look at the seasonal and stuff and know a little bit about that. That works really good with trading stocks also. So we got this gold. We really like it. It's a strong buy on everything. And we got into buy. Look, it already is going up right now for us. So that's great. It's already going up. So I'm already up money. We got in already. I'm already up money. So we got in on this last candle right here at 21, and it's already at 22. It's almost at 23. So it's almost went up $2 already before the market even opens this morning. So that's a good thing. All right, let's see what happens here. Okay, it shot up. It shot up. Market just opened. It's up. So now I'm up about $3-4. And I'm gonna sit a little bit in it. The worst thing I think that could happen is it comes down to this EMA and then bounces back up off of that. Because that's what it's been doing. Like we're looking at the 5 minutes right here. It's telling us at 4 o'clock to buy. It told us at 5 o'clock to buy. And it just told us at 6:15 when we got on the call to buy. So if we would have bought at 6:15 on the 5-minute candles, we would be at 2,915, and now it's at 2,9, almost $10 up since it told us when we got on this call. So that's why I want you guys to focus on gold. Like everybody should be really trading gold more than anything else. That's what my belief is. My belief is gold is the best trade for us to trade as a team. We need to lock in and focus on that. All right, let's go to Apple. And now we can get into Apple. And I'm going to go ahead and buy Apple. I wish I would have remembered when it first started, but it's okay. So gold and Apple are both going up. We're making money on both of those right now. And look at gold. It's way up right here. We got in. It's up $4 now. All right. So if you would have had a heavy trade in, you could have got out already right here, and it would have been really good trade for you for the gold. Let's look at Apple. What happened? Apple started down here, and look at it shooting up like crazy. So it went up $1 and then shot back down. I wish we could have got out of that when it first opened. But here it is. Now it's at the bottom of the Bollinger Band. I might get in again in this area because the bot called it going up down here in this little area right here. But I'm already in. I'm going to stick with it. And when it pops back up really fast, like it did right here, I'm going to go ahead and get out of that trade. Let's look at the maps of it. Let's go to TradingView and look at the map. The heat map. So when you're looking at the heat map, you just go to tradingview.com, you go to products, you go to scanners, and then you go to stocks if you want to look at Apple or anything like that. Let's see here. This is the 500. We want to look at the 300. Apple's down just a little bit, 0.55. Navid is way up. And some of this stuff is looking reddish. Let's see what happens here. And it's going into new territory down here. Let's go back to gold. Gold's at where we started down here. It went up how many dollars? $5. So we could have got out up here. It would have been great. I'm going to stay in because I believe the worst that could happen is it hits this EMA and then shoots back up higher and higher because that's what it keeps on doing. It keeps on doing this same pattern. This is on the 5 minutes. Let's look at the 15 minutes. Let's see a better picture of this. The 15 minutes told us to buy right here at 6:15. It told us to buy at 2,918, and it's up $5 right now. Yeah, I'm loving gold right now. There it is. Gold is reaching an all new high for like the last 2 weeks. We see it keep on going up. I'm gonna go ahead and it's at 2,925 right now. And I believe it's going to keep on going up, but I might as well just take my money right there out of it. And so I closed out that trade. So I closed out the trade of gold. Why? Because I want gold maybe to come back down to this exclamation point, this orange line, and then I'm gonna buy it again to go up. But it needs to go down to like 2.9. You can see this gold right here. This is telling you where this line's at. So it needs to go back down to like 2.920, and then I can get it again and get another $5 off of this. So I'm looking good. I got another $4 off of it. I started the day. I have $40 profit from gold. Now I just got another $4 profit. So I'm at $44 profit on gold today. Depending on what did I trade my lots on. It's really good. Okay, now let's go back to Apple. Let's focus a little bit on this Apple. This Apple's down here at the bottom of, this support line since Friday. This is like the support it would hit and go back up here. If I would have got in, so it started off right here. The trade started right here and it went way up here. So if I wasn't so focused on gold, it started off, it went way up here. I could have got out way up here and had my money already with Apple. But Apple is very volatile right now, and I still like it to go up. We're in the first 15 minutes. Let's see what's happening. Let's look at the 5 minutes. So this is what happened in the first 5 minutes. The trade started out right here. You can see because this is where the candle started because it ended as a red one right here. So it started right here and it went way up. It went up $1 like 50. And if I wasn't so focused on gold, I could have got out really quick of this trade. That's why it's kind of hard to trade two things at once, but no problem because I still believe this is going to go up. It hit like this support down here, right here. This is the last time the bot called it to go up. The bounce bot on the 5 minutes, and look, that's this area right here. If we would have got in on this same area the bounce bot told us to get in, we would be up right now, no problem, right? I got in. When I got in, it was already down like right here. So I'm in a little bit of profit right now, but I want to get out like somewhere up here or somewhere up here. And I believe in the middle of the day, it'll probably be up here, but I don't want to stay in this trade too long. I want to try to get out this trade like right around here. And so it looks like it's coming back up to that area right now. And so we would have just stayed focused. Like, let's just say we didn't take gold and all we did was take Apple today. We could have got into Apple down here on this bounce trade, right? Or we could have got in the beginning of the trade right here. We could have already got out because it went up so fast and got out. And we could have got back in down here because we seen it go so low and said, wow, that's, it hasn't been in that area for a little bit, for like a week from last week. So we could be in the trade down here too. We could have got in, or we could have got in right here, stayed in still, and we could have got in another trade down here and stayed in. So we could have two trades that we're just waiting to get up here somewhere to get out of it. Let's see what happens. And Apple's moving like really quick here. And why do we like Apple? We like Apple because everything on the technical indicator said to buy Apple. 1 day, 1 week, 4 hours, everything is telling us the same thing. Buy, 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 strong buy. I hope everybody's out of this gold already when it topped out at the top where we told everybody to get out, hopefully. Or you might be in a long-term trade with gold and it's still good to stay in. I would get out for sure around 2,930 because that's where it keeps on coming down at. and I would get in again around 2980 or 2880. I mean, all right. Let's look at some forex things. Let's look at the currency strength meters. Can we take these forex trades? We don't have to take right on the opening bell. You could take these a little later and still be good. Japan is really strong. USD's been, and you guys remember, like the whole last 3-4 years, USD's been super strong. Japan's been really weak. Today, Euro's really weak, which is surprising. I haven't really seen Euro that weak in a long time. On the other currency strength meter, everything is the same level almost. So there's no clear advantages. Everything looks like the same level. Even if Euro goes up one and USD goes down one, it's like 2 to 3, which is no advantage, right? If Japan goes down one, it's 3. If Euro goes up one, it's 2 to 3. So nothing in this is really a clear winner. Like if Japan was a 6, USD was a 6, it would be a clear winner over Euro, but nothing is really strong. And the one that's weak is weak because everything is mid grade. So let's just stay away from the Forex market today. There's no David and Goliath scenario. So we're just going to stay away from that. And here it is right here. Somebody might say, well, there's 3 candles in a row that's been red. Should we take it going down? I wouldn't. Why wouldn't I take it going down? Because everything is saying this should go up. Okay, what do I mean by that? It's on the support levels down here to where it went up. The last, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times when it went down here, it went up. The last 7, these are the last 7 lows of the last like 2 weeks. It went up from this area, right? And then we see that when it goes up pretty substantial. So it went from 243 where it's at right now, and it went up to 244. So it went up like $1 right here. It went up $1 again right here. And then you see this little area where it started at today. It went up 243 to 245. So it went up $2 right here. So this looks like it's doing a lot, but it's really not. If anybody got in this trade, uh, even from going from right here, 244 is where you probably got in at. I got in down here, but let's just say 244 is where you got in at, and it's at 243.40. So it's only down 50 cents right now. So it's not down anything really if you're in this trade. So nobody's worried about where it's at right now. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to, before we close out this class, I want to go to a fast presentation on gold because I want you guys to know when to trade gold, the best ways to trade it and stuff like that. Or I could just open this up for questions right now. And then tomorrow I could do a gold presentation. I could probably put some new stuff in it because this is a older presentation. So that's what I'll do. I'll make a new presentation today on gold, and then I'll do it tomorrow. Does anybody have any questions about gold or Apple that we trade today? Um, is anybody still in the gold trade? First off, because look at the gold trade. It's at the top again. This should be the time where you get out. Now, what was I saying to do? I was saying that it would probably go back down to what? Hit this EMA and go back up. So that's what it just did. It breathed the last one, went down $2, and then it shot back up the next 5 minutes. All right, let's look at the 15 minutes, what it did. The 15 minutes is so far away from the EMA band, but the last time it hit, it went straight up here. So we're at an all-time high for the last 2 weeks. I would get out of this trade. Some people can wait and stay in till it goes to like 2930 if you want to, but on every time frame, it's at the top of the Bollinger Band. So I would just get out right now with the money and, you know, and get in when it goes back down and hits the EMA again. So everybody should have won pretty good money on gold today. because we got in at gold right around here at 620.25 is when I told everybody to get in. So they either you got in at like 2920, maybe you got in at 2921, but it was just at 2925. So you should have won $4 on that. If you had it for one lot, you should have made about $400 on that trade right there. So you should be feeling good. If you're new to the game or you don't have that much money in there, let's say you did it for 10 cents, you should at least won like $40, $50 on that trade. And that's good. That's what you want to do. You want to keep on winning, $40, $50 on trades and take it up. If you had $500 in your account and you did a 0.1 trade right there with gold this morning, you would have made 10% on your account. How does that work? Okay, let's go over it. Okay, point one. If you did 10 cents on the trade, you had $500 in your account. It just went up $4. For every dollar that it goes up, you made $10. So you either made $40 or $50, depending on when you got in and out. And if you're at $500 account, if you went up $40, it might not feel like you did that much because you're like, well, it's only $40, $50, Lonnie. Yeah, but you just went up 10% on your account. So let's say you had $50,000 in your account, you would have just made what? You would have been trading for at least one, maybe two. Let's say you were trading for two, you would have just made, $1,000, $2,000 on your account right there. Or if you were trading more, let's say you were trading 10 lots on a $50,000 account, you would have just made $5,000 to $10,000 on that. And so some people are just thinking about numbers, but we're trading on percentages, knowing that we're going to build up a big account. And when we keep on being consistent winners, the more money we put in, the more money we could trade, the more money we're going to make every day. So here we are again. It's at the top, and it keeps on hitting right here. This is why I'm telling you guys to get out right here. Look, it hit right here 1, 2, 3, 4 times. It went back down. Does that mean it's not going to keep on going up? No. I was already telling you this should probably go up to 2930 before it starts really going down. But if you would have got in when we told you to get in, like this is where the area we told you to get in, either this candle or that candle, you could have got out the first one. You could have waited for it to go back down to the EMA, and we could have got in again and made a whole lot of money again right here. So hopefully you guys got out of this trade. It's at $5 profit right now, and it's still shooting up. Maybe it goes up to $6, $7 profit, or maybe it goes all the way up here where the resistance number 3 is, the 2930. That's fine. But if you could get in and out, you're making more money. Like you got in right here, you got out up here. Okay. It went back down. You got in again down here. It went back up. You got out. Now you're on this candle right here and it almost touched. Let's say at the bottom of this, you got in again. That's how you make, instead of making $50, now you took the trade and you won 4 times $50. Now you won $200 because you got in and out of the trade and you're just not sitting there the whole time. Because in the morning, it's super volatile. It's going to go up, down, up, down, up, down, and you can make money when it does that. Here we go right here. This is the area on Apple where you want to get out. If you got in when it first started, you got in right here. If you got in when I got in, you're down here. So I'm good. You could wait all day and it'll probably get way past even this part right here, but you're already at a place where you're making money and you're good. You might have been nervous down here when it was down 50 cents. Now you're up 50 cents to $1. I got in right here, 24360. It's at 244. So I'm up $1.30 right now, right? I was down 50 cents down here, but now I'm way up. So should I stay in here and just let it keep on going up? I could, but all I have to do now is just get out and profit now. And I'm happy because I made all these trades today and everyone worked out, So who's still in the Apple trade?
Me.
Hopefully everybody got out of the Apple trade. I can't even hear anybody.
I'm out.
But I think it's because nobody's saying anything. Okay, so it's still going up. Apple's still going up. Apple. Who's in Apple? I'm about to get out of Apple. I'm still in it too on the other screen. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get out up here a little bit more. I like it because Apple's just shooting up right now. What that tells me is I don't think the Apple's gonna go back down in this area again. I think it's just gonna keep on shooting up. You know, like it's doing. It keeps on going up, higher. Do I think this is the big resistance because it hit right here and went down? It hit right here and it kind of stalled out. No, I think the big resistance for Apple is around this area up here. I think it's trying to get back up to here, and then it's going to kind of do this little thing that Apple always does for the rest of the day. It's just going to flatline, right? It's the opening. Everybody's buying Apple. It's a safe bet, you know, and then it flatlines like this. So I think it's going to flatline like this, but I think it's going to go to a little higher than what it was yesterday. So it's going to probably go up here, right? Why do I think that? Because this yesterday in the trade was what? Friday. This isn't Monday. See, Monday was a bank holiday, so Apple wasn't traded. So everybody has their itchy fingers for Apple today for it to go up and up and up. And they wish they could have traded on Monday. So we got all the newbies that trade on Monday, and we got all the professionals that start trading on Tuesday. So I believe it's going to go up. Yes. Yeah, I can't hear. I'm so sorry. Let me figure out why I can't hear. That's so weird. 1 second, you guys. I got everything set up right. Okay, I'm gonna come off of the microphone so I can hear it. Somebody say something. See if I can hear you.
Hello?
Hello?
Yep, I can hear you.
Yeah,
I had
she
to.
said she just said she got out of Apple. I wanted to know, when did she get out of Apple?
She got out of Apple when it got up here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Apple's still
because
going
remember,
up though.
yeah, but remember what I said. I said that this is a good area to get out. But yeah, Apple. I believe Apple's gonna go up for the day. But at eventually, it's gonna start. It might start flatlining right here, like it did right here, right? So eventually, it's not gonna. The reason why it went up so fast is because it's in the opening morning bell. But what I was saying is, and I know you guys could, I don't know if you could hear me good, but I was saying it's gonna probably flatline up here. Like it's gonna get up to here again and then just start going sideways. So that's
So
what
you
it's
want to
trying
make
to
sure
do.
you're out by then. You want to make sure you're out by then.
No, you could have stayed in Apple for a long time. I'm just saying, like in the morning, we want to take a couple trades of Apple. So we wanted Apple. Okay, if we would have got in when Apple first started, Apple started right here. Okay, then it shot up right here and started coming back down. We would have got out of the trade. But remember, I was in the gold trade when it was going up, so I wasn't focused on this that much. So we could have got out right here. We could have waited for it to go back down here and then got out again. So we should have had 2 Apple win trades if everything was perfect, right? Look at this gold. Now we got into gold. We got into gold down here. So
Right.
gold was down here. It went way up here. And this is when I told you to get out the first time, right? Well, what happened? It hit the EMA again down here. So we should
Could
at
have took the
least
trade again.
one more time for gold, and then it went up here, and we should have been out around here or something, or we could have got out at this 2927. Because remember, I was saying that gold's probably going to go all the way up to 2930, but since it's so volatile, we see it keeps on coming back down, hitting the EMA. So we want to get it, and when it hits the exponential, we want to get out, you know, and then we want to. I mean, not the exponential, but the Bollinger Band. Then it comes back down, hits the exponential again. Then we get out again. Remember, I was telling you when I first started, I was like, I'm noticing that this happens every single time. It's going in between the exponential moving average and going up to the Bollinger Band, then coming back down, hitting, going back up, coming back down, hitting, going back up, coming
Yeah.
down, hitting. So, and the bot is calling it every time, right? This is what the bot is doing. That's my second strategy that God gave me, is a super trend strategy. So all we got to do is look, and the bot is calling it every time. It's hitting, go up, hit, going. That's on the 5 minutes. On the 15 minutes, it's saying the same thing, right? It hit the EMA right here, went up. It's telling us right here, it hit the EMA, went back up. So I was just saying, like, we're relying on the bot, right? But pretty soon, you guys are going to see the pattern that I started talking about in the morning. I want you guys to be able to see what's going on. Like every time, any time frame we're looking at, it's hitting this EMA and going up. It hits it, goes right back up. It hits it right here, goes back up. Right here in the morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, it hit the EMA and went straight up. So if you guys could have seen that, if you woke up before me and said, well, let me look what's going on right here. This is at 2 o'clock in the morning on the 4-hour candles. So the last candle before the one we're in, it hit the EMA and went straight up. Yeah. See, so it's been doing this over and on the day, right? In today, if we would have caught it, it hit the EMA of the day and went straight up. But that's big money because it hit at 2894 and now it's at 2927. Remember, I got into this trade on Thursday. So or Wednesday. So I got in right here. I seen it hit this. The bot called this out on a day trade. Look, the day trade, right? It hit right here. Remember, I told you I've been in this trade. And so if you got in when I got in and Gail told me, she said, Lonnie, tell me when you take these day trades, but they come on the Telegram bot and they come on here. So the bot's going to warn you too, but I'm going to start like sending something out on the WhatsApp also, I think, and just tell you guys. Gold just hit the day trade. So right here, look at this. This is where I took it at. Look, this is last Wednesday. Okay. It was at 2865. So I took that and then I got out today when I got on the call with you guys at 6 o'clock, right? At 6 o'clock, it hit 920. So I got in and look at what I won though. This is the trade that I won. So I won $54 in this trade. Right. And I could have stayed in and it was still going to give me a lot of money. So right here, I got $54 in the trade. So if I was trading, you know, 1 lot or 10 lots or something, if I was trading 1 lot, I would have made $5,400. If I was trading 10 lots, I would have made $54,000. Okay. So now what I was trying to tell you is, well, why, Lonnie, if you think it's going to go up to 2930, why'd you get out at 2920? Because now I'm looking at the little time frames because the market just opened. And guess what I did today? I got it again. Right? Look at this. 615 is when I told you guys to get the trade, right? Look, 615. And I didn't even see the bot calling this out. But the Telegram told us it called it out. But I was just talking to you. So I told you guys to get in a little bit before the trade took off. And I got it at 2920. So I got in like right around here. Okay. And then I got out when? I got out at 2925. I told everybody, get out. Right. That was around this little area right here. So I got another win from gold right here. And then I could have got in again because I could have said, okay, let me look at the little time frames. And if it hits again, I could have got in right here for the last trade. 645. I could have got in and it shot way up. So somebody could still be in the gold trade because I said it was going to probably go up to 2930 and they just stay in a little bit longer. But what I did today is I won the big trade, right? And I could have stayed in and the trade still would have paid the same amount. But then I started like scalping the trade and I started making some more money. So this today is a good day because gold, I took 2 trades today. I closed out the trade that I already had and I took 1 trade in gold and I'm talking to you guys. So I'm not like just trading, I'm talking to, right? So I made 2 gold trades that were good and I made money out that. Then I got into Apple and look at Apple. This is where I told you it was going to flatline at, right?
Yep.
Look what's happening. We got big candles. All these are huge candles. And then look at this little candle right here that's getting little. So the momentum is over. It's 6:58. It's at the end of the hour. And now it's going to probably just flatline and keep on going up a little bit at a time. But all the money in Apple should have been made already. We should have got in right here. This is where it started. Got out up here because we knew it was going to do this up here, right? Then we should have got in again anywhere that it went down here. We should have got in one last time and then got out either here or up here. So we're good. We won on all our trades and we're looking really good. We're phenomenal. So I'm going to start telling you guys on gold what to kind of do more on gold. We're always going to try to find one good stock to trade. And Apple is my favorite stock now because it's like gold. It's like the biggest.
even though Naveed is the biggest company now in the United States, Apple's been that company for like 10 to 20 years. So I still think Apple is, you know, more based off of consumers, people that are buying like chips to mine, and people that are buying high-end computers and AI computer chips. That's why Naveed took off. But pretty soon, people aren't going to be buying all those chips because we're not going to be buying all these computers all the time like that. So Apple's still going to be the biggest company because it's the most consumed stuff. And so we got Apple going up today. We won money. We got gold because of the times are very difficult. And where is gold heading? 2.9. I told you at 2.920, and we'll watch this call again. I told you guys that it was going up to 2.930. Look where it is right now, 2.928. So it wasn't that great that we got on the call, and look at this. It's going to 2.930. And just be careful, because this is why I have this line right here. This is 2.932. And when it gets around this area, it keeps on coming back down. So just be careful on app or on gold. You don't really want to be taking gold going up unless we're on the morning, or unless the bot calls it out. So the next time the bot's going to call this going up on the 15 minutes is if it goes back down to 2.923, it's going to give us another call like this where it says to buy again. So it's not good to buy gold right here at the top. We're at the top of it. It should be coming back down first. Should we take gold going down? No. That's the worst trade. You don't want to take gold going down to this EMA, because gold is going to keep on going up. The only reason why we would be able to get in gold going down after it gets here to go back up is because it has to breathe. So it's steadily going up, but it's going to always breathe like a red candle, go down and touch, go back up. A red candle, go down, touch. This candle right here went down, and then it went straight back up. So just, you know, and I'm going to make a good explanation thing for gold. I'm going to go back into my gold PowerPoint, and I'm going to make it better for you guys, and we'll go over it tomorrow. So hopefully everybody should have won today. It was a really good trading session with gold and Apple, and you guys should be doing great. God bless you guys. Does anybody have any questions?
Good on my end, Lonnie.
All
Okay.
right. All right, you guys. See you guys tomorrow.
All right, thanks a lot. See you
Yep.
guys.
Yep.